What's up, my dudes? How's it going? Today, it's dakblake here, and today we're going to be talking about school lunches. And now, I've had so many stories about school lunches because they're just absolutely horrible. And I recently saw the video where some kid pours out some milk onto his cart or tray thing, and it was like clumpy. And it's like somebody took toilet paper, put it into a box of milk, and then as it soaked up, they just poured it out. And that's how clumpy it was. And I've had that happen to me like 4 different times. And especially, I'm very I'm not very adaptive to rotten food because my nose is broken. As some of you may know, I have my broken nose video. I can't really smell that well, and so I have a deviated septum. I can only really smell things when they're really strong. So I've lost my sense of smell sort of way. So when I opened my milk one day, I opened it up like fresh new box of milk, and I was really thirsty. And so this is lunch, something you look forward to the entire day. You open it up, I took 1 gulp, 2 gulps, and you don't really register taste immediately. So after the second gulp, I realized that this milk was rotten, and I immediately threw it up. And not just like, ugh, spit, like, I threw up. I went, and I like just threw it up right there. And because I couldn't smell it, I just gulped it down. And they served spoiled milk, and the expiration date was like the next day. So I guess they just gave me some milk that wasn't expired, but like going to expire. And so I threw up immediately. And I've had that happen to me probably 2 or 3 times where I've just had rotten milk. I had rotten apple juice at one point. The apple juice smelled like a mixture of wine and paint. And it tasted so bad. I probably would have died if I drank that thing. It smelled so bad. And I don't know why, but school lunches have always just been like some regulation of pre-boxed food and just nastiness. Now, I know a lot of you are in like different states and have really good food, but in California, it's like so bad because they want to be healthy, but in order to be healthy, it has to taste bad. And in order to make it taste okay, they add a bunch of chemicals that they don't list, so that it can be listed as good. So it's just a mixture of unhealthy chemicals and sort of healthy food. So like wheat bread with like super amounts of chemicals to make it taste like pizza and not have cheese on it. It's so weird. But not only that, but I had a burrito. And this just sounds like a weird story, but I had a burrito once. I had a burrito once. And I bit into it, and there was a large piece of plastic in there, and frozen beans, but the burrito was hot. I don't know, somebody stuck a shank in my burrito, and I was eating it. I don't know why they were so bad. And I remember being in middle school, and school lunches were okay. Like, I remember eating some like Chinese food, and it was actually pretty good. But then like the next month it was gone. It was like the district came over and was like, "Wait, are you serving good food?" They're like, yeah. Why are you doing that? Give me the shank. Put it in a burrito." Like, why do they have to serve bad food? I mean, I guess in the sense, you could just bring your own food to school. You can choose whatever you want to eat. But the food options served at school, it's like they're trying to make money. So they're offering food that looks like it would taste good, but then they have to follow up with like the United States standards and California standards of health, and then take out a bunch of ingredients. And so this is just like rambling on about how school lunches are just nasty. And the thing is too, they're kind of expensive, but they're also kind of cheap for what they're worth. I mean, I guess you get a milk, you get like an orange juice, you get like a little side sometimes, like an apple, and then you get like a lunch. But like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I remember paying $1.50 for it. And so they're making a bunch of money on that, especially if they're getting Uncrustables, which are actually pretty good. And they're like one of the options that I see a bunch of people picking at school is that these little peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and they're good because you can't mess up a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But they're probably buying these in bulk, for 10 cents a piece and then selling them. I don't know why they just don't buy better food that's like healthy. Like, just imagine if they took like a bunch of actual ingredients and then made like some soup with it, or like some fresh chicken noodle soup. Now, I know there's probably standards with like everything has to be prepackaged so that nothing can be like poisoned or something, because they don't trust our teacher, or the lunch people. And so everything has to be prepackaged, which means there could be no fresh food, but they want fresh food because they want to have healthier food, but they can't have healthier food because then nobody would buy the food. So it's just literally a circle of the students want better food. They're trying to offer better looking food because they can't offer better tasting food. So I don't know. This is all very confusing, but it's kind of sucky. And, maybe in the future, they'll offer better food, which is probably unlikely. But I remember some teachers telling me that when they were teaching there, 20 years ago, like at my high school, they taught 20 years ago, and they said regularly In-N-Out and Taco Bell would be an option to eat because there would be In-N-Out people that would show up, serve food, and then like Taco Bell people that would show up with some burritos and serve some food. And so you'd pay, like $1 and you get some food. But nowadays they have so many restrictions to where they can't even offer unhealthy food on the campus until a minute after school ends. So the minute after school ends, I remember seeing all of the secret food come out. Like, boom, you want to buy a Coca-Cola? Come to the ASB lounge. You want to buy some donuts? We got that after school. But yeah, maybe you guys have some good lunch. I want to hear what you guys have because I've heard that other schools have amazing lunches. So tell me what you guys have. Leave it down in the comments. Subscribe if you're new. Click that bell. If you don't know what the bell is, it's right next to the subscribe button. It'll tell you every time I upload a video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, peace out, my dudes.